Hello guys, what's up? This is Major Tech Fan here with my review of the 7th generation iPod Nano. It's ultra thin, ultra light, ultra portable, and yet it isn't called an UltraPod. It's the 7th generation iPod Nano. This is the latest version of the Nano from Apple. As you can see, this is a radical redesign from the 6th generation, which in my opinion was a bit on the tiny side. It should have been an iPod Shuffle at that, with a tiny little screen. But as you can see, this iPod Nano mostly resembles an iPod Touch or an iPhone, as the design is practically similar, especially to an iPod Touch. As you can see, it has returned to the rectangular shape. It has a 2.5-inch diagonal screen, which is actually pretty vivid. It's okay, it's not like you're going to be reading stuff on it. It's mostly for music and video playback. It comes in several of these different Apple shades that they developed for this year's Nanos, Touches, and Shuffles. As you can see here at the bottom, they have added a Bluetooth cutout for Bluetooth features. The back is pretty plain except for the Apple logo, the iPod logo, and some legal stuff. The right side you have nothing. On the front you can see there is now a home button, as this iPod as well as the 6th generation Nano have ditched the click wheel that made the iPod famous. But this home button, unlike other iOS devices, is a circle, which makes it look weird, but it's okay. So in the front, all you have is the home button and the 2.5-inch touch screen, I might add. On the bottom, you have your new lightning connection, and of course, the lightning made the thinness of this iPod Nano possible. If you were to use the 30-pin dock connector, you would not get this iPod Nano, no way. And on the left, you get your 30mm headphone jack. On the left side, you have your up and down volume rocker switch. So up, down, and in the middle, you get this new button for audio playback. So you can press once to pause, 2 times to forward, 3 times to back to the previous song. And at the top you have your new sleep and wake and on and off button. So as you can see, the interface of the iPod Nano is basically a modified version. Not a particularly well done modification, because the circles are kind of, how can I say this? They kind of, like, when you've been to iOS, they kind of look weird, but they're the new navigation system for this iPod Nano. It's mostly iOS-like. So for example, you have your music, and with this bigger touchscreen compared to the 6th generation Nano, you can see more of your information, so more songs. You get bigger controls as a result. And I might add that this iPod doesn't have speakers, so you won't be able to hear music without headphones or plugging it into a third-party accessory. So as you can see, touch controls are basically reminiscent of the iOS line, including the iPhone and the iPod Touch. You get your basic controls for playback, your volume bar, as well as your song duration and a bunch of other options such as shuffle and repeat. And as you can see, because there's only a home button and there isn't really room for back buttons, Apple has devised this gesture. If you swipe from left to right, you go back to the previous page that you were on. And you can also use the home button if you want to go straight home from anywhere. This iPod has also returned the ability to play back videos that was lost on the 6th generation Nano, and it was the first time since the second generation Nano that videos were not able to be played on an iPod Nano. So it's really good. There's no videos on here, but videos can be seen fairly, they're not big, but you can see them. So that's the most important part. You have, of course, the Nike Plus iPod Fitness app. You can have podcasts on there. You can have photos. Of course, there's no photos on this one, but seeing photos on this tiny screen, you'll have to squint a little bit. Radio. You need headphones plugged into your Nano in order to get signal. So keep that in mind. You get a clock. Although I don't think anyone's going to be using this as a wristwatch like in the previous Nano. However, you get different types of clocks. You get the regular clock, you get a stopwatch, and a timer. So in this watch, you can, I think, select from different types of clocks. Yeah, you can select from very different styles. So I think that's a cool, neat little feature that Apple added. And you get your general settings, such as for music playback, video playback, radio, photos, general, and Bluetooth. And Bluetooth is really cool on this because that means you can connect Bluetooth enabled headphones or any other accessories that can go with it, so you can have songs playing wirelessly without the need for headphones, which is actually pretty neat. So there you have it. This has been my review of the 7th generation Nano. If you haven't picked up, even if you've picked up the 6th generation, I would highly recommend this Nano. This brings more completeness back to the Nano, because it felt like we were losing more features than gaining features on the 6th generation, especially when we lost the ability to play back videos. So this has been my review of the 7th generation iPod Nano. Please please like this video if you like it. Please comment and subscribe. And please check out my video comparing the 7th generation, so this one right here, to the 5th generation Nano, and see which one of the two stands out more. This has been Major Tech Fan. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day.